It isn't her first fall from grace involving Donald Trump, but it might be the biggest. This week, the White House announced the resignation of reality star and political aide Omarosa Manigault Newman, while insiders countered that she was escorted off the White House grounds in a dramatic ousting. Manigault Newman, who was fired by Trump 3 times on various seasons of The Apprentice, has rebutted reports that she faced the same fate in her White House position. There's no denying her downfall. Here's a look back at the low points leading up to her White House departure. Banished from 4 jobs in the Clinton-Gore White House, Manigault Newman made a controversial name for herself in the political world even before she entered Trump's White House. Though she's claimed to have served as a top official in the Clinton-Gore White House, and spoken glowingly of her time there, a 2004 People investigation revealed that she had inflated her title and success as a political appointee. In fact, Manigault Newman, known as a villain on The Apprentice, also made quite a few enemies in the White House, where she was banished from 4 jobs in 2 years with the Clinton administration. At her last one, she was asked to leave as quickly as possible. She was so disruptive, said Cheryl Shavers, the former Undersecretary for Technology at the Commerce Department, where Omarosa worked several weeks in 2000. One woman wanted to slug her. And while Manigault Newman claimed in 2004 that she handled logistics in advance and event planning for the White House under the Gore staff, a former staffer for Vice President Al Gore told People at the time her exact title was scheduling correspondent. Her job was to respond to invitations. Not only that, but she didn't do her job, and it got everybody in trouble, said the former staffer. Bow down to President Trump. Less than 2 months before Trump was elected president in November 2016, Manigault Newman received criticism for declaring that all of Trump's critics, including then-President Barack Obama, would soon be forced to bow down to President Trump. Every critic, every detractor, will have to bow down to President Trump, Manigault, then the director of African American outreach for Trump's presidential campaign, said in a Frontline special on PBS. It is the ultimate revenge to become the most powerful man in the universe. She also suggested Obama would rue the day he mocked Trump at the 2011 White House Correspondents' Dinner. It just kept going and he just kept hammering him. Manigault said. And I thought, oh, Barack Obama is starting something that I don't know if he'll be able to finish. The Honorable Omarosa Manigault. When she invited members of the Congressional Black Caucus to attend a meeting with Trump in June 2016, the then White House aide signed her name, the Honorable Omarosa Manigault. The move reportedly angered some CBC members, who do get to be called the Honorable, and raised questions about whether she was entitled to the honorific. The Washington Post reported at the time that Manigault Newman's title of Assistant to the President and Communications Director for the Office of Public Liaison was not entitled to the honorific, according to Emily Post's etiquette. Rated video. Omarosa speaks out on Good Morning America after White House resignation tea and unwelcome wedding photo shoot at the White House. Manigault Newman raised eyebrows when she brought her 39-person bridal party to the White House for an extended wedding photo shoot this past spring, Politico reported in November. 4 unnamed White House officials told Politico that prior to her nuptials to husband John Allen Newman on April 8 at the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C., Manigault Newman, 43, staged an extended wedding photo shoot at the White House in her bridal attire. The move caught fellow senior aides and some security officials by surprise, as some lawyers and other senior aides were not briefed in advance, the sources told Politico at the time. Her visitors were said to have loudly wandered around the Rose Garden and West Wing. Manigault was banned from posting the pictures online, Politico said, with White House officials citing security and ethical concerns. It's unclear whether she received formal permission for the photo shoot ahead of time. Sources told Politico that Manigault was seen as a particular problem in the Office of Public Liaison, citing the Honorable Omarosa Manigault incident and a heated appearance at the National Association of Black Journalists convention in August in New Orleans, a shouting match at a National Association of Black Journalists convention. Manigault Newman received a chilly reception at the Convention for Black Journalists, where she served as a panel speaker and had a tense, 25-minute screaming match with broadcast journalist and event moderator Ed Gordon. Asked by Gordon how she could sit in a White House while Trump showed support for police brutality, a reference to remarks Trump had recently made encouraging the police to be rougher when arresting suspects, Manigault accused the host of being too aggressive and refused to answer questions on the topic. As tension mounted, she eventually walked off the stage in a huff. Before she left, several audience members, including Brittany Packnett, a prominent Black Lives Matter activist, stood up and turned their backs toward Manigault Newman to protest her presence, the New York Times reported at the time. On Thursday morning, Good Morning America's Robin Roberts wasn't the only one with a sarcastic farewell message for Manigault Newman. Whoopi Goldberg said on The View, "Yeah, no, I hope you find something to do. And I hope that you find your people because maybe they're looking for you." Recalling Manigault Newman's "bow down to President Trump" comment from last year, Goldberg summed it up, "She's just been so nasty.